Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to look at the Sangster International Airport, and the runway at the airport is being expanded. So you have the Sangster Runway Expansion Project. Now this project has two parts. The first part is the actual extending of the runway, and that's going to cost $5.3 billion. That's 5.3 billion Jamaican dollars. Now the runway as it is, the TORA as they call it, the takeoff runway area at the Sangster International Airport is 2,662 meters. It's actually the second longest runway in Jamaica. The longest runway is actually at the Norman Manley International Airport that has a TORA area of 2,716 meters. So the runway at Montego Bay, or the Sangster International Airport, which is in Montego Bay, Jamaica, is going to be extended by 408 meters to 3,060 meters. Now when that is completed, Sangster International Airport will have the longest runway in Jamaica, and it's going to cost 5.3 billion Jamaican dollars to extend the runway. That works out to about 34 million US. Now the contractor for this project is, I know what most people are thinking, China Harbour Engineering Company, but it's not China Harbour this time. It's Legon Aviation and Infrastructure Limited. They build runways all over the world, and they're located in Belfast, which is in Northern Ireland. Okay, so that's the runway. Now the total project is going to be 10.9 billion Jamaican dollars, but the actual extension of the runway is going to be 5.3 billion dollars. Now why is the airport runway being extended? Well, most of the persons that fly into Montego Bay are tourists, and they come from all over the world. So you're going to have as you know, the planes are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so they're going to need more runway length. So that is why this airport is being extended. Okay, now the rest of the project, which what else will be done? Okay, so you have something called the runway end safety area, call it RESA. The part of the project is going to be the establishment of the two RESA areas, one at each end of the runway. This is necessary to fulfill the International Civil Aviation Organization's requirements, and also to increase safety of the runway. Okay, this project has actually started, and you can see at the beginning of the video, we're looking at the actual airport now, the terminals, but you can see that the actual work to extend the runways has started. It's supposed to finish next year in 2023. So the runway is one part that costs 5.3 billion, and the rest of the 10.9 billion is going to be they're going to have to shore up the shoreline with some protection. The roadway is going to be realigned. There's going to be widening of the taxiway, the eco and jet blast screens, relocation of thresholds, relocation of navigational aids, and the building of the two RESA areas. And when completed, the Sangster International Airport will have the longest runway in Jamaica. Now, if you remember the Norman Manley International Airport, its runway starts at the Kingston Harbour, and it doesn't really have much space to expand. So the logical choice would have been to expand the Sangster International Airport, because it has a lot of land around the airport, so it's much easier to extend that runway. And it is the largest airport in Jamaica, and it's also the busiest airport in Jamaica. So it was, I guess, logical to expand this runway. Alright, so as you can see now, this is the arrival area, sorry, for the Sangster International Airport. And when we say this is the largest airport in Jamaica, this airport can handle up to 9 million passengers a year. The Norman Manley International Airport, although it's located in the capital of Kingston, does not have that kind of traffic, and it's not as big as the Sangster International Airport. Now, just to give you an example of how many people use the Sangster International Airport, the first Starbucks to open in Jamaica was opened in the airport. And the airport is so big that they have 3 Starbucks in the airport. So that will give you an idea of just how many people pass through this airport. So again, we have to give credit to the government for going ahead with this plan to extend the runway, because it's necessary, and it will keep Jamaica's airports able to accommodate all the traffic that's out there. In other words, the big planes can now land and take off. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe, and leave your comments in the section below. Have a good day.